You know, when you're watching the big game or your favorite show, it all just works. It looks perfect, right? But behind that seamless picture, there's this hidden world that has been totally transformed. The people who make it all happen, the broadcast engineers, have gone on this incredible journey from being analog wizards to really high-stakes IT architects. So today, we're going to peel back the curtain on that amazing evolution. Okay, so this is a really big topic. In fact, this explainer is just the beginning. It's actually part one of a massive 40-part series on modern broadcast studios by Virtualization Options LLC. So yeah, we've got a lot to cover. Let's dive into the start of this story. To really understand this revolution, we have to kind of step back in time a little bit. We need to meet the engineer of yesterday. Yeah, this is the image we all have in our heads, isn't it? The mission control for a TV station, all the buttons and screens. And for decades, this really was the heart of the whole operation. But here's the secret. While this room is still super important, the real nerve center, the place where it all comes together or falls apart, has moved somewhere else entirely. So what was the earthquake that caused this huge shift? Well, it was this massive collision. A great convergence of two completely different worlds that changed broadcasting forever. Think about it like this. Broadcasting used to be a lot like plumbing. You had these dedicated physical pipes for every single video and audio signal. But now it's basically the internet. Every piece of video, every bit of sound gets chopped up into tiny little data packets, just like an email or a website, and sent flying across a computer network. That one change, right there, is the foundation for everything that's different today. So this new digital reality means the modern engineer has to be a total hybrid. They've got to master three completely different worlds all at the same time. Let's break down these three pillars of skill. First off, let's be really clear. The old skills have not gone away, not at all. Understanding traditional radio frequency or RF engineering is still absolutely crucial. I mean, you still have to get that signal out over the airwaves, and that means you have to know transmitters, antennas, and how signals travel through the air. This is still the bedrock of broadcasting. But built right on top of that bedrock is the second game-changing pillar, high-level IT skills. The engineer is now an IT architect, plain and simple. They're managing incredibly powerful servers and complex networks. They use tools like VLANs, which are like creating special private lanes on the data highway just for video traffic. And quality of service, which acts like a VIP pass, making sure the video and audio packets always get to the front of the line. And of course, they have to be cybersecurity pros to protect the whole thing. And the third pillar is all about managing the content itself. We are so far beyond shelves of videotapes. Now it's all about digital workflows. That means understanding video compression formats, we call them codecs, that can shrink these massive video files. And it means running these giant digital libraries, media asset management systems, that are kind of like a superpowered Google for every single clip the station owns. So you have this person who gets RF, IT, and digital media. What does that make them? Well, it makes them something new and something absolutely essential. It makes them the translator. And here's the key point. The modern broadcast engineer has become a translator. They're the critical bridge between two totally different cultures. They can talk signal flow and video standards with the broadcast crew, and then immediately turn around and discuss network architecture and system availability with the pure IT department. They're the only ones in the building who speak both languages fluently. And because they are this bridge, the entire idea of what a broadcast station is has shifted. It's no longer just a studio that happens to have some computers in it. Today, broadcasting is IT. And honestly, this picture says it all. The real heart of a modern broadcast facility isn't that cool wall of monitors we saw earlier. It's this, a rack of servers. It doesn't look like a TV studio. It looks like a corporate data center. Because, well, that's exactly what it is now. This new world brings a completely new level of pressure. The engineer is now designing and building networks that have to handle enormous 4K video streams without a single hiccup. They're managing systems that play out entire shows directly from the cloud. They're on the front lines, fighting off cyber threats. And they have to solve problems that range from a loose cable on a transmitter tower to some incredibly complex software bug in a server thousands of miles away. The scope of the job is just huge. So, this leaves us with a really interesting question to think about, right? What does it actually mean for you and me as viewers when your favorite TV show is both a creative production and a high-stakes, mission-critical IT operation? If there's one single thing to take away from all of this, it's this.
In modern media, every single signal is now a data packet. Every frame of video, every note of audio, it's all just information flying across a network. And that one simple fact has completely rewritten the DNA of broadcasting.